Okay, hello and welcome. In this quick video, I'm going to show you how you can use the R package, R exams, to make quick online quizzes in Canvas for those that use R. So first of all, to get it and get more information, you need to go to the R exams website. There's the link. That gives you instructions on installing it. Basically, as always, you need R installed, R Studio, and then you just install the package exams, and that seems to do it. So what this gives you is you can write individual questions and then import them into a form to produce an exam. And then with the exam, you can then export that into various things, but the one we're interested in is Canvas. So here's my setup. If we go and look at questions, I've got a variety of questions. I've written all of them in R Markdown. So the three main forms that you can do in R Markdown, well, first of all, you can do a numeric question. So the basic form of this is you have your question of this form. So you need the word question and then the equals. And you can see I can put R commands directly into my R Markdown. And all these have been produced randomly at the top. So you can see here, for sensitivity and specificity in this question, I'm doing a sample. So I'm going to randomize, and also I'm randomizing the prevalence of the disease, and then I calculate the answer. So here in the solution, I've written a full solution that you'll see when we do the HTML I can give to the students. But basically down here in the meta information, I say it's a numerical type question. This is how you get the solution. Use this formatting, and I'm going to do 4 decimal places. We have a name of the question and then a tolerance. So that's a numeric type question, as you might have seen in Canvas quizzes. The next one is we're going to have a single choice. So in this case, I'm creating a lambda. I am now using that lambda, so I'm going to give them a rate, and that's going to be randomly selected, and I'm going to give them 4 choices. And here is different PDFs, and they have to choose the right one. Notice this has maths with R encoded in the maths as well. The solution, I give the correct form here. And notice with this, again, we've got the name, we've got the type, it's a single choice. This is how you encode the answer. So here I've said the first one is correct, the rest are 4, and I want it to shuffle all 4. The next one I've done is a multiple choice. There's going to be more than one correct. So here's my setup with some parameters. We're going to randomly choose a rate in our Poisson process. So here's the question, and here's the possible questions. And I've got 6 here. Notice now I use answer list. I probably used it in this one as well, answer list. So it needs that information to form the canvas. And what I've got here is I've got a whole set of solutions for the students with the true and the false. But here I've encoded it, and it doesn't matter if you have true or false here. R doesn't actually use, well, the R exam package doesn't use this, it's this. It says the first 3 are true, the last 3 are false, and I'm just going to randomly select 5 of them. So there's my questions. Now you could knit this to have a look at it, but we'll show you a better way of doing that. So if you now go into my test, I've got a simple script called Mid-Semester R. And the first thing I do is I create my test, and I say, here are the questions I'm going to have. I'm going to have a set probability question, which you haven't seen, but that's just a numeric, Bayes' theorem, exp, and Poisson. So first of all, we will load our packages. We've created our exam, so that says the questions. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look at it, and I'm going to convert it into HTML. And I'm just saying, create this set of questions. We're just going to have one version. We're going to have MathJax to compile it. And this just lets me have a quick look. And also this would be a thing I could give the students as a set of solutions. So here we have an example 1. Here's the solution, the information of how you actually do the calculations. Again, you've got a question, solution, and obviously in the Poisson, I go through each of the calculations so the students can see, what they should have got. Unfortunately, when you convert it to Canvas, you don't get the solutions in Canvas. I haven't found a way of doing that yet. So now I know that that looks pretty good. What I want to do is I want to convert it to Canvas. Here's my questions. I want 10 versions of each question. it's going to be called mid-semester test. I'm going to put it in this directory, and I'm going to say that the duration of the exam is 120 minutes. So I run that. And I can actually have a look at the individual information. If I go exam meta information, it will tell me the correct information for each exam. So for example, the first exam, the actual, here was the answer, here's the tolerances. Question 3 was the correct one in here, and the pass on process 1, 4, and 5 were the correct ones. The main thing is I've now got this thing called mid-semester test zip. So next thing I do is I go across to my dashboard, going to probability and statistics. Now to get this into my quizzes, you're going to go to settings, import course content. You select one, and the type it is, it's called a QTI. So QTI, you choose that file, that zip file, don't unzip it. So there it is. I choose that. Question bank, we can put them in the mid-semester practice test. Then I can click import, and we wait. As you can see, I've done this numerous times while I've tried to get this working. It's queued. Obviously it's Tuesday morning after Easter weekend and everyone's doing stuff. It's running. And it's done. And now if we go to quizzes, it should have put it in there for me. At the moment it's not available. If I click on this, what it does, if we go to edit, first we can see it's put the 120 questions, so 120 minutes in there. You could adjust how you want them to do it. But if you look at the questions, each of those questions, it's made a group and it's put a different version in the various ones. So altogether, because that's for 10, there will be 10 versions of this question. So if you think about it, the nice thing is when a student runs this, they will get one of this one. So you didn't produce 10 quizzes, you've produced 10 versions of each question. So we've got 1,000 quizzes now in this one. If we go down, you can see you've got your sensitivity specificity test. All the numbers are ready to go. And if we now actually save this and have a preview, you'll see you've got your question with the numbers, numeric will be set up, you've got your question, your numbers, it's got the maths in there and you could choose the correct version. Here you've got the numbers put in, you could choose it. Now that's just a quick dirty version, but it does mean now you can write those questions, and now I have for my mid-semester practice test 1,000 versions. Hopefully that helps. If you need the example questions or you need the R code, let me know and I will put it on Slack. Thank you very much.